Kim Davies is the Senior Director of Partner Development at Naylor Association Solutions. She's been with Naylor about 20 years in a variety of roles. And so she's bringing a lot of experience and some great benchmarking data to us this morning. Kim, I'm going to turn it over to you and let you share your screen.
Oh, thank you so much, Wendy. Really appreciate the opportunity. Great seeing everyone this morning. Just going to go ahead and share my screen and confirm everybody can in fact see it. Perfect. So yeah, as Wendy mentioned, my name is Kim Davies. I've been with Naylor and working with associations for 20 years, specializing in member engagement and communications. And as you can well imagine, I've seen the way that communications has changed throughout the years, and the way that associations communicate not only with their members and industry audiences over the years. It's dramatically changed, especially with the advancement of some technology, which we're going to talk about today. So just for some background, AI technology is actually not new. It's been in existence for several decades. However, with OpenAI making ChatGPT available to the public in November of 2022, it's been a hot topic of discussion since then. So my goal today is, with the time that we have together, is to provide an easy to understand overview of how AI technology can be used within the association space. So what is artificial intelligence? Good place to start. As I mentioned, it's been in existence for quite some time, and with the development of the computers in the 40s and 50s, the groundwork for AI was laid at that time. The term artificial intelligence was actually coined in 1956, and the early AI research took place over the next couple of decades. There was a bit of a down period. It was called an AI winter in the 80s and 90s, and then a resurgence of AI came about in the early 2000s. Of course, ongoing advancements have continued, with AI advancing rapidly these last few years. These advanced processes over the last couple of years include tasks such as AI tasks related to learning, reasoning, problem solving, perception, understanding natural language, and decision making. So what we're finding is there's some hesitancy sometimes with associations, or maybe some people within the associations that have a fear of implementing or utilizing AI. And of course, that fear can be due to a few different reasons, whether it be not being savvy on the technical side of things, or just the fear of the unknown. But something to keep in mind is we're all using some form of AI technology today. It's just embedded. It's embedded into our texting, into our predictive text, or on an email or Word document, where it's already suggesting to you what it is that it thinks you're wanting to say. So like anything, until you try it, you won't understand exactly how it works and how it might be of benefits. So once you've established that willingness to learn and experiment with AI technology, it would really benefit you to be thoughtful and strategic on what ultimately your goals and objectives are, so that you can properly execute and successfully garner the insights that you're looking for. So be sure that when you're doing this, that you're collaborating with your team. Maybe start off small with a manageable project. An example of that could be just doing some basic content curation on ChatGPT for your newsletter or your website. As I mentioned, ChatGPT already, use a platform that feels comfortable, easy to use, and also isn't going to cost you anything on the front end, so that you can at least try it ahead of time. And then take the time to analyze your results. Take a look at the data, ensure that it was easy for you to use and that you can learn from it. And then, of course, build your confidence and expertise over time. So there's many benefits, of course, that you can receive from utilizing AI technology. But I would say, top three would be number one, improving and enhancing your engagement with your members and your audience. So by being able to provide your members with a personalized experience, by being able to analyze the member data more efficiently or effectively, then AI can recommend and deliver relevant content, relevant resource and events, which to your audience, which will then, of course, increase their satisfaction as it relates to your association and their engagement. It's also going to help your organization to improve your decision making. So since AI can analyze large volumes of data and then provide actionable insights, this can certainly help for your organization to make more informed decisions as it relates to whether it be membership strategies, event planning, content curation, and then, of course, how best to allocate your resources and optimize the outcomes. And I'd say rounding out the top three would be operational efficiencies. So anytime that you can use AI to automate time-consuming tasks like data entry or generating reports, this is going to free up your staff time, and then they can focus on other tasks at hand. So briefly went over some of the top benefits of using AI as an association, but I'm going to spend a little bit more time going over the benefits in a little bit more detail. So automating repetitive tasks, one of the items in terms of the top three, it's a great way to improve both efficiency and productivity. This can be certainly achieved through a combination of workflow automation as well as AI-based solutions. So best place to start is identify some repetitive tasks that are taking place currently within your organization. Again, this could include data entry, report generation, email responses, event registration, content distribution. And then once you've identified those repetitive tasks, evaluate the complexity of those tasks. Some may be very straightforward, could be just basic rule-based, while others may require a little bit more complex decision-making. But for the simpler rule-based tasks, consider using a workflow automation tool like Zapier or Microsoft Power Automate. For tasks that involve a little bit more complex decision-making, maybe choosing an AI platform like IBM Watson would be more beneficial. So since AI technology has the capability of analyzing large volumes of data quickly and easily, it's going to identify algorithms, the patterns and the trends and the correlations within that. And that can certainly assist associations in making more informed decisions about your resource allocations as it relates to upcoming event planning, or of course your member engagement strategies, which of course we all know the importance around that. Associations, you can also automate some of the routine decision-making processes, like putting in place an automated approval for member applications and registrations based on predefined rules and criteria. So this is going to provide your membership with an easy and an efficient experience, and it's also going to reduce your staff time at the same time, allowing them, of course, to then focus on other tasks. And then by adopting these methods of using AI for the enhanced decision-making, it's going to lead to more data-driven, efficient, and member-centric strategies. And then your association is just going to be better equipped to adapt to changing your members' needs, allocating your resources more effectively, and then ultimately achieving your goals. cost savings. Of course, we all want to learn how to do that in both our professional and personal lives. But there's a couple ways that AI can assist an association in terms of significant cost savings opportunities. One is on the operational efficiency side. So again, by automating and streamlining various operational processes, that's going to lead to cost savings by reducing errors and rework. It's going to speed up those processes. And then, of course, it's going to improve your resource allocation staff. And then, of course, the second one, and most important, is that member engagement and retention. So with AI, that can enhance your member engagement and the retention side of things by personalization of your content that you're providing to your members, by analyzing those predictive data points, targeted strategies. The cost savings is going to come from reducing your churn and acquisition costs as it relates to your member numbers. It's going to maximize your member value. And then, of course, it's going to allow for efficient marketing and event planning. We just touched on this, but membership retention and growth. So being able to utilize AI to identify at-risk members, that is going to be a good strategy to implement, because it's going to reduce your membership churn and the costs associated with that. We all know that there is a cost with acquiring new members to replace the ones that you may have lost. Or of course, growing your membership is a lot easier when you know you've have a solid retention rate. So with AI delivering more personalized experiences and content recommendations, that's going to keep your members more engaged and satisfied. You're going to increase their lifetime value to the association. Personalization in the customer experience. Again, we've touched on this briefly, but by utilizing AI in being able to personalize your audience or your member experience, it's going to greatly enhance their engagement with you. A couple top benefits that AI can achieve this is by delivering up tailored content recommendations. So AI has the ability to analyze member data, which is going to include past interactions, preferences, behaviors, and then it's going to provide a personalized content recommendation back to your audience or your membership. And it's going to ensure that they receive content and articles and events and resources that align with their showed interest. Their interest is going to be based on how they have previously interacted and engaged with that AI technology. You can also improve your customer support with chatbots or virtual assistants. This can be providing your members with instant 24/7 support. Of course, these chatbots are able to answer more common member questions or inquiries, or assist with event registration and offer help with other various issues. But members are going to appreciate that immediate assistance and accessibility, which will then, of course, contribute to a more positive experience. Another great way to use AI is to create content. So AI can be used to curate content for both your members' communications in means of newsletters or websites, throughout blogs, your social media presence. You can automate your trend analysis and prediction, meaning you can use your algorithms that the AI technology is garnering all the time, and then take that analysis and identify various industry trends, news, social media discussions. You can do all of this in real time and identify emerging topics and patterns so that you're more likely to then create content that is going to be of interest to your members. And then by diving into your member behavior, and their preference analysis, implementing AI-driven systems that are going to continuously analyze these behaviors and these engagement patterns. It's going to create or have the ability to create that highly personalized content for your member audience by using a platform that can do that for them. And then one last thing on this is the interactive AI generated content. Meaning if you're using AI to create interactive content for your members, such as chatbots and AI-driven quizzes, you want to engage your members in quick succession so that it's not taking up a lot of their time, but you're going to be able to garner quick insights and then further provide customized content based on responses. Using AI for event planning and management, this is another great benefit. You can use AI to automate your event tasks, such as registration, attendee communication, follow-up surveys. These are all going to help streamline things and reduce some administrative duties. And then AI can then analyze this data and help to provide valuable insights into your attendees' preferences as well. Their behaviors, demographics, and this is going to help you with your future event planning in terms of identifying not only good topics of discussion, but also where your next event should be held. So since we have many generations, there's upwards of 4 to 5 generations currently in working in the Canadian, I'm sorry, not just the Canadian and the American workforce, with some significant differences, obviously, in how not only they view important areas of their work-life balance, but then how do they engage with and consume content. So with the technology adoption, so the Gen Z and the millennials, they're going to be often referred to as the digital natives, whereas an older generation is maybe more traditional in the sense of that work-life balance. Their career expectations may also differ versus purpose versus stability. But communication preferences, this is where you're able to help utilize AI to analyze where to meet your members where they are. So how are they consuming your content? Utilizing AI to segment your members based on just that, their demographics, their behaviors, their interests and engagement. It's going to be able to highly personalize how you communicate with them and the strategies that you'll implement to do so. And then you're going to be able to cater to their specific needs, their preferences, and then, of course, retain them as a member and build value as to why they want to continue to be a member. So some of the tools, we've talked a lot about, how an association can leverage AI, but we haven't really talked about the tools or what does that look like. So some tools and options that utilize AI technology currently is an AI-powered newsletter or an AI-powered career brief. We did talk briefly about chatbots and virtual assistants, and then, of course, with the personalized learning or an LMS. So it's determining what is then going to work best for your association. You may not require all of what I'm recommending, but instead you may want to test the waters with some. So chatbot and virtual assistant, that might be a good starting point. You can use something like Intercom or Drift. That's going to provide your members with that instant support. If you're wanting to utilize an AI technology on the member engagement platform side of things, a software, an AI technology like Higher Logic or Personify would be great, because it provides a personalized content recommendation, predictive analytics, and the automated member segmentation part. For email marketing automation, MailChimp or HubSpot, that helps to optimize campaigns, personalize content, and then improves the open and click-through rates. Content curation, Feedly, that's another one that curates relevant content for newsletters, blogs, and social media. If you want to do data analytics, something like Google Analytics is a great platform that will offer insights into your members' behaviors, event success, content performance. And then on the event side and management, something like Cvent or Visible, that also is great software that will help to automate your event registration, identify your audience segmentation, personalize event recommendations. On the membership management side of things, utilizing something like MemberClicks or Wild Apricot, that's going to help to streamline your onboarding, your renewal, and your engagement with your members. On the survey side of things and feedback, something like SurveyMonkey, which will extract those insights and trends. And then on the personalized learning or the LMS side, something like Adobe Captivate, where it's going to be able to track your members' progress, do a skill gap analysis, and then recommend courses. So by choosing an area to experiment with the power of artificial intelligence, your association can significantly improve your member engagement and your operational efficiency. So by tapping into the power of AI effectively, your association can carefully assess not only your specific needs and objectives and invest in the right tools and techniques, but it's also going to be able to provide training and support to your staff members so that it can ensure a smooth transition for any AI-driven processes. And then additionally, just staying up to date with the latest AI advancements and best practices, that is crucial to maximizing the benefits of your AI experience for your association. Just going to touch briefly on some challenges that you may want to take into consideration that you can encounter. So just something to keep in mind when you are determining, what your platforms or how you're going to utilize the AI technology. But you want to ensure that your data quality and your integrations, you may face some difficulties in ensuring that the quality is, and the consistency and the integration across your different systems. It can lead to inaccurate results if you're feeding incomplete or inaccurate data to begin with. So just ensure that your data quality is high prior to feeding it into AI. You want to prioritize your data quality, of course, to ensure that the AI systems have access to the clean and comprehensive data. And then on the privacy and data security side of things, the use of AI can involve the collection of analysis of sensitive member data. So just ensure your data privacy, your data privacy and compliance with regulations. They can be complex and a bit of a challenge. So you just want to ensure that you have the correct protection policies and secure data handling practices in place. Another challenge could be cost and resource constraints. So implementing some AI technologies could be costly and resource intensive. How you can overcome that is just maybe explore some cost-effective solutions to begin with. Maybe consider partnering or collaborating with a technology provider, or just to prioritize any AI investment that before you make it. And then staff training and adoption. This is a challenge that you may face. in terms of lack of knowledge or understanding. Best thing you can do is invest in training your staff and the development of programs so that you can build the proficiency in AI. And then, of course, last but certainly not least, the ethical and bias concerns. So AI algorithms can inadvertently introduce biases or ethical concerns when making decisions or recommendations. So you certainly want to be on a regular basis auditing your AI systems for just that. Any biases, ensure your diverse and inclusive training data is included, and then of course establish an ethical AI guideline. Just one last thing in terms of challenges. When you are addressing these, it requires careful planning. It requires ongoing monitoring, and then a commitment to both the ethical and the responsible AI use. So I'll just wrap this up with talking a little bit about what the future can look like for associations that are willing to adopt AI. Associations that are willing to adopt AI in multiple ways will ultimately benefit from increased membership and great engagement. It's going to help you to streamline your operations. And then it's going to give you some data-driven decision-making ability. These advantages, of course, can then translate into better service delivery, higher member satisfaction, and then a more competitive edge in the association space. Of course, it's always essential for associations to implement AI responsibly, and then, of course, addressing, as I mentioned already, the ethical concerns and ensuring your data privacy to maintain your member trust. So just a couple takeaways. Which I hope that I was able to give today, was to give a little bit more understanding of artificial intelligence, how you can prioritize initiatives on how your association can tap into the ability of AI, understanding a bit of a deeper understanding of the benefits of utilizing it, and then make sure you're just setting some reasonable and achievable goals.